The other day I was checking my comments and I noticed one that had a pretty interesting question. It was from Daniel Bailey and it said, "It probably wouldn't manage to break the soft lock, but I'm curious. Since you can still move after killing him, would it be possible to move during the black screen and trigger the little girl's cutscene back on the bridge? That might at least restore vision within the area." So I decided to open up the game and test it.
Welcome.
They're sick people.
As usual.
Are you okay, Miss
To make sure that I could still move, I started walking forward and swinging the sword so that when I got close to a wall, the sword would hit it and I could hear the clank. But I never got a clank. I also tried jumping and listening for the landing sound, but couldn't hear that either, which basically told me I was wrong and you can't actually move while you're in the black screen. I then found out that there's a guard standing in front of you, and managed to get the "you committed a capital offense" end screen. The fact that there's a guard standing in front of you told me that the game did manage to actually teleport you somewhere for the cutscene, but I wasn't sure where, because in the actual cutscene there's no guard standing there. So now I was really curious, and I remembered that a while back Zezrunner found out how to enable the Dishonored 1 developer console. So I opened up the console and started messing around, and I managed to find two interesting commands: RE global fade in play and RE global fade in break loop. And that managed to restore vision. But we were still stuck in place. I played with different commands, but couldn't figure out one that would allow us to move freely. So I decided it was time to dig through the game files, which was something that I did not want to do. I found some variables that I thought might help restore movement, but none of them ended up working. So I put the game down for a few days, thinking that maybe I'd just upload a video showing what I had already found and asking for help, because even being able to restore Corvo's vision is pretty cool. But then, a few days later, I picked up the game again and just started messing around. There's cheat commands in the game, and one of them is CE Global Give Me My UI. This, along with Give Me My Loadout and Max Powers, let me play around with having all of Corvo's abilities and tools in the tutorial. So of course I thought it would be funny if there was a crowd to watch the Empress die, and tried possessing people and walking them to where the cutscene happens so that they would be there in the cutscene. Unfortunately, this didn't work because they get removed before the cutscene starts. My next idea was to just possess someone before the cutscene starts and drag them into the cutscene with me and see what happens.
Corvo, thank you. If you hadn't been here...
This is pretty funny, given that this guard is watching the Empress be killed and does not do anything to stop Emily from being kidnapped, but it doesn't actually get us any closer to being able to walk around in the cutscene. Next I tried possessing Daud, but the game didn't let me, and after that I tried possessing the whaler that stands next to Daud. The screen faded out and played the visual for leaving possession. So I opened the console and typed the fade-in commands, and then, finally, I was able to see and to walk around in the cutscene. The game actually teleports all the NPCs that are used in Corvo's arrest into the area before the first cutscene where the Empress is even killed plays. So they're there, the whole cutscene, they're just invisible. If I hit them with a sleep dart and pick them up and throw them, it'll make them visible again, but I can't hit Campbell or the Spy Master, otherwise the game gives you an incorrectable hostilities game over. In the process of making this video, I kept messing around and trying to find a way to make all of the NPCs in the cutscene visible. I tried using the change team command so that I could sleep dart them, but I couldn't figure out what teams were valid, including after I looked at the game files. I just couldn't find anything. But eventually, I found the RE command, and more specifically the RE Empress used after attack command. This command starts the cutscene where the Empress is killed, but we're already in that cutscene. And for some reason, if we run it from within the cutscene, all of the NPCs become visible.
Good to have you back, sir.
It was a fool's errand, Corvo. The plague comes from inside us. We must all strengthen our faith.
Sadly, the Spy Master won't talk to us.
The Lord Spymaster is with her. She said to show you right in. Will be released.
Because I sleep darted the whaler before, when I ran the command to play the cutscene again, it was still unable to play the cutscene. So, what happens if you don't sleep dart the whaler and you don't kill Daud?
Corvo, thank you. If you hadn't been here... No more! Not again! Mommy!
Looks like I was able to get my crowd to watch the Empress die after all.
Oh, Mommy!
And of course they do absolutely nothing to help. What? Are you guys just gonna pretend like you weren't standing there the whole time?
Ward us all. Look at what he's done.
Yes, he's killed the Empress.
I guess so.
Peg him.
I'm not really sure how to end this, but oh, would you look at that? We're out of milk. I'll be back shortly.